Ransoms Homebrew, coming at you with a beer review. It's a beautiful beginning of spring day. I had to tuck in before doing this review. We had some showers, and then now it's just beautiful again. I want to slide in a review of a local beer. This is from Gigantic Brewing. Here it is. It's called Wrench IPA. This is a gin barrel-aged IPA. It's one that's been around for a while. I haven't tried it in a couple years. When it first came out, I was down at the brewery. I got to try it. It's an Imperial IPA at 8% ABV and 80 IBUs. Now, it's aged in Ransom Old Tom gin barrels. That's right, for 3 months. So these gin barrel-aged IPAs have kind of been new over the last couple of years. You'll see a few of them. This is one that just keeps coming back. They make it every 3 months with the brewery. So let's get this one cracked open and give it a try. All right, there's the pour. You probably should get a good look at the color from the side with the light behind. It's kind of a really nice orange, golden orange, I would say. Kind of that beautiful honey color. Kind of large bubbles on it, bubbles rising up on the side. It's just off-white to almost yellowish in color on the head. Real beautiful. Let's get the nose. Wow, it's just a richer aroma than I remember. It almost had a creamy kind of scent to it. Oh, that's nice. That's not exactly what I remembered. It's hard to describe. It's just a really rich base. I wouldn't say heavy caramel, I'd say a light caramel to a bready kind of scent. But the gin coming through is really fun because we're getting like some citrus, but you come across, you get like a light pine, what they call the juniper berries. But also some fruitiness, some lemon. That gin influence though is just big time there. I don't know how else to describe that if you don't know what gin's like. You get a little bit of like a woody earthiness to it, but overall it's a pretty bright scent with primarily some lemon, but I get some orange and I get some other kind of generic fruits, almost tropical in nature. Oh man, yeah, it just smells beautiful. It's very hard to describe because it's such a different scent. It almost makes you think of you might almost say like a soda. Well, yeah, like if you had like a lemon, like a mist type soda, like a Sierra Mist is the best thing I can do to describe because there's this beautiful, interesting sweetness that comes off of it from the gin and that barrel aging. But we're gonna jump in, so cheers. Damn, I like this. It's very different. It's very fun. This could be a very love it or hate it beer. I will say that. I lean more towards the love it, of course. Yeah, I'm not a big gin and tonic guy, but the gin is very much there. So it gives the lightest taste, very light, of like a medicinal gin kind of a flavor. But the hop character coming through is great because you're getting this lemon and this orange, a bit of orange rind, not really getting like your grapefruit. It's more on that orange side and mandarin orange, I would say. There's a little bit of pine and almost more like dry pine needles. So woodsy, wood floor, pine needles, maybe a few fresh ones, and like a bit of spruce on the pine floor. It's only semi-dry, so it partially dries out, but it leaves some nice sweetness along with the gin flavors sitting on your tongue. And really, that juniper berry, as you just let it sit, like that juniper berry type taste really kind of shines through. It's more of the juniper berry than the spruce. The spruce you get off the middle of the palate. I'm digging on it. This is fun. Again, it's not going to be for everyone. I'm gonna enjoy this for a little bit, and I'll be back. So I've been enjoying this late afternoon here. It's kind of fun spring. Kind of got that chill on the air, but you get some sunny moments and goes back and forth. What a fine beer. This is fun. This again is not going to float everybody's boat. Some of them are going to sink. Let's be honest about that. Gin is kind of a unique beast. And honestly, it's not really my thing, but I like unique flavors. I like variety. So how do we rate this beer? The flavors haven't changed. Pretty much what I said just follows through. And that juniper berry is big there, you know. So you get the gin, you get a little bit of the oak character on it, you get a lot of earthiness, but you get some citrus character, you get a nice sweet underlying base, and it's semi-dry. Overall, this is a really pleasant beer. And for anyone that likes gin, damn. You know, that's all I gotta say. This is something you gotta try to find. It's fun. It's pretty widely distributed. I mean, not just here in the United States. I mean, it goes to places like the Netherlands, etc. I mean, it's out of the country, it gets distributed. Fun beer. So in terms of style, well, this is an Imperial IPA. It's a double IPA. It's 8% ABV. Again, it's not gonna really float everyone's boat. It's not gonna be a true normal, you know, double IPA. And I can't rate it quite as high because those gin flavors don't really go towards that character. In terms of style, though, I still say it's a B+. This is an 88. It's, I think, personally, a really well-crafted beer. Now, when we talk about overall, this is another beast because it's all about preference. For me, gin's not my thing, but I love variety. I've said it many times. I like unique characters. If you've done something unique and it still works, then yeah, you get points from me for that. So overall, I'm going with a 91. That's where my number is going to hit. I think it's just a beautiful, well-crafted beer. The orange flavors, if you don't recognize the gin aspect, could be in like an off orange. But if you know the gin's there and you can respect and appreciate that, you've got to rank it higher. Here it is again. I'd say look for it. Trade for it. It's the Wrench IPA from Gigantic Brewing out of Portland, Oregon. Gin barrel aged. It's a unique beer for sure. This is Kevin from Clemens Homebrew saying life is too short to drink cheap beer, and I will see you in the next beer review. Cheers, everyone.